Hey guys, so I'm a little bit stressed today. I told you in the last video the bill's going to be coming over on Monday. Today's Saturday, so I have today, which it's already 11:30. So I have the rest of today and I have tomorrow to get ready for Bill. Usually he hasn't told me what time he's coming over yet. Usually it's in the morning, but I still have a lot to do. I originally told you I just needed to get this area cleaned out so that he could work the tractor in here, which would be fine. That doesn't take that long. However, I forgot that I wanted to have this low wall here done so that he had a gauge of what the level of this area needed to be. So what was that? 2 videos ago, I got this trench about halfway done. I have today and tomorrow to finish this trench and build this wall. All right, place your bets below. Can I do it? And Noah's busy almost all weekend, so I may get a little help from him, but not much. So I need to stop talking and get to digging. All right, it's 1 o'clock the next day, Sunday, and I'm just getting out here to work. So I've got the rest of the day to finish up. But whoa, I got a lot more done yesterday than I anticipated. I overdid it. My back's killing me, but take a look. So I built what, from around right here down to there. And then this wall, used to be 3 stones higher. And down here, there was an opening here for a path to go up. So I had to take some of the pieces down on either side to get everything to fit in. I filled in that opening because I've made some changes on how long these borders are going to be in the formal English garden. And it's kind of hard to explain because it's hard for me to get my head around, but I'll try. So originally the formal garden was going to line up with the house, so start here and go down that way. The thing is, that would leave me barely enough room coming up here. It would leave me barely enough room for a 10-foot wide flower bed, a 10-foot wide lawn path, and a 10-foot wide flower bed. I really didn't have that space for that. And I would like, if possible, I'd like to either have the beds wider, the lawn wider, or all three. The thing is, the way our driveway comes down, the further it gets from the house, which is what I would need to do if I wanted all those three wider, the more it pushes this way, which means the more I would have to start it this way. So I ran a tape measure around yesterday, and I felt that starting right between these two windows, almost exactly the center where this pole is right here, that will be the new starting point. However, when I stood here and then looked down, I've taken probably 8 feet off of the beds here at this end, so I felt like I needed to add some more at that end. Okay, so we just came from up there. So right here was going to be the end of the English border. However, I've now decided, instead of ending it right there, to bring it all the way down here to the very end of this wall. And that's about as long as I can bring it because these walls are only allowed to be built so high. We're already pushing that right there, and it's got to be lined up with the top of this wall here. It's all got to be the same level coming out. So 3 more courses have to be put on here. In order to do that, you have to get this special plastic netting or nylon netting. I don't know what it's made of, but it goes between, a layer of the stones, so maybe here, and then back into the soil several feet, just to kind of give it that stability. Now, I think it's going to be actually okay here, maybe even without that, but I'll probably get that just in case, because this is a corner. And so if I weave the wall going this way in with this, so overlapping every other one, that should make a pretty strong corner there. And it's only high, just a few feet back, we start getting into normal height again. So I don't know if any of that made sense, but it's starting to in my own head. So Bill has a lot of dirt to move. I don't even know how much time he has tomorrow. He's got to move the 4 loads over in the pasture and put them where they're supposed to go. He may not even have time to work on this. I have no idea. But if you get down at the wall level, you can see how much higher the dirt is above the wall. And so he's got to move all that dirt down into that new area on that side. So today I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to do any more wall building. Really don't need to anyway before he gets here. It's really going to be more about clearing this area of all of this and all the junk so that he can come right through here with the tractor and start pushing dirt and logs. How'd you like the drone shots? Were that pretty cool? I haven't seen them yet, but I'm hoping they were cool. Right now I'm getting this overhead shot standing on this pallet of bricks. It's a beautiful day today. Cool, but sunny. The next morning, Bill's here bright and early. Noah and I got a lot of the junk moved out of here. There's a few more things. I got a couple pallets and things, but Bill's working over in the pasture to get started. So I'll take you over there and we'll watch him for a minute. But first, I have the path cleared through here for him to push all this dirt in. So he said he'll probably just after he gets all of this, he'll probably just get a little bit weight, probably where those pallets are laying. So I probably don't have to move them, but I'm going to anyway. So he's here for 4 hours. He's been here for about an hour already. So we'll just see what he can get done. And I can't wait. I think other than the pasture, what I'm most excited about is just getting this line cleared out with all these logs. So this looks like a cohesive area from here over there. That's gonna be fun. I don't know why this is so much more exciting. Like, I'm always excited when Bill's here working because, like, there's such a visible change and difference when he leaves. But I think I'm more excited about this than I have been in a long time because we're marrying the property that we've had and then this new property, which was always ours, but you know the story. And now it's just going to be one cohesive thing. Fun. So fun. So what we're doing is, you can probably tell this goes down. Down there's where I put the new fence in the last video, or the video before, I can't remember now. So we're bringing the level of this up and making a berm to hold the runoff from all this up here. Well, not to stop it, but to control it. We will put a drain somewhere in here where it takes it down into the street, or hopefully if I can get my cistern built, we can run it into that. I'm also excited because we're lowering this down, which means we're one step closer to the formal English garden. Good morning. So I just walked out in the garage from the kitchen and Bella was just laying right here. When I got home from taking Noah to school, I pulled in the garage, I shut the big garage door, and I watched from outside until it was halfway down. She must have come in after I went in the kitchen, but we have a little laser thing that goes across to... Would you please stop? I'll hold your hand. We have the little laser thing that goes across to keep... which usually she triggers if she walks in at the last minute. Well, apparently she didn't. I don't understand how that happened. You're like a little Houdini. So I wanted to give you a little overview of what Bill got done yesterday. First of all, he took this area down about a foot and maybe a foot and a half. So you can see here's the level of the wall. And we just got a little more to go. So he did a lot more than he was planning. And take a look at this path now, just leads right down into the new area. And Bella loves that. And we've started the berm right there. Let me show you from this side. Now this orange tree right here, I'm going to have to put in a pot because the level of this ground is going to be coming up. But the really cool thing I'm excited about, it's never been my intention to have the garden kind of dead end into trees and bushes. I don't like that look, but there's the rest of the chain link that runs behind there. You can see right here, the chain link goes silver till about right there. There's a silver post and then it turns to black. I'm going to take that fence out all the way up to this black pole right here. And then the next time Bill's here, he's going to get these huge pieces of log out of here, which I could never do without the tractor. And then I'm going to take these trees out. These are just eucalyptus saplings that have sprung back up. I'm going to leave the acacia tree. And then we're going to bring the level of this ground right here straight out into that new area. So this will all be open. Now, I had planned on putting some kind of a shed here. I'll put a picture up of one that I was thinking about. It's got a Mediterranean look to it. But I'm wondering if I will just like the openness looking out into what will be the orchard. We'll see. I don't know yet. I might just make a smaller shed, but I don't have to make that decision right now. Yesterday, I cut back all the asparagus in these 3 beds here. I didn't have time before the sun went down, though, to remove all of the asparagus from the area. I'm going to be doing a video on Next Level Gardening in a week or so about this, but take a look. I've already got asparagus spears coming up. I was going to wait 1 more year to harvest any from here. Now, usually you're not supposed to harvest asparagus for 2 to 3 years after planting. Now, it could be said that that is for seed-grown asparagus. My crowns were pretty big when I planted them, and I'm comparing those in their first year of growth to other people that I've seen second and third year. They were every bit as big, every bit as full, every bit as many stems coming up from the ground as other people's 2 to 3 year plants. So while I'm not going to just harvest a bunch, I'm definitely going to make a small harvest or 2 to see how they taste. Our egg production has been really down the last couple of weeks. I mean, we're getting maybe 3 a day if we're lucky, which is totally normal. At this time of year, chickens slow down production and sometimes stop production when the days get shorter and there's less light. Some people, commercial growers for sure, have artificial lighting so that it keeps them producing. I don't do that just because I figure if nature intended them to have a break, then they should probably have a break. Even though going to buy eggs at the store is really annoying. Grams and s'mores are still getting along really well. Oh, okay, maybe not. That's a dominance thing, and they both do it to each other, so it's not like one's getting picked on. For the most part, though, that's the first time I've seen that happen since we put them together. For the most part, they're getting along well, and everything's great with the rabbits. Go take a look out here at what Bill did yesterday in the pasture. It was 400 cubic yards. There's a really active gopher in the pond here. Anyway, 40 cubic yards were moved off of this pad up here, which Bella's not happy with. She loves sitting on those dirt mounds. We try to find a good angle here to see how much was actually covered up, how much of the logs were actually covered up. Oh, good. We've got baby grass coming up all over. All right, so most of the logs are covered. You can see it's this whole crescent shape area that was filled in yesterday. Bella's loving it. It's so powdery. Look at your feet. Disgraceful. No, I don't want to shake hands when they look like that. Where are you going? I know. I got to show you something I found. So apparently Bella is not a fan of the drone. I've used the drone in a few instances on this video, and I hope you're enjoying that. I love it. I already edited that part of the video, and I think it's so cool, especially to watch Bill work from above. But Bella doesn't like it. The first day I was using it, I found her hiding in the cottage. And then yesterday, I didn't know where she went. I was looking all over for her. I went all over the property. She wasn't coming when I called her, and I didn't see her anywhere. Then behind the corral, I noticed a white nose sticking out from under this bush. But there's a little, you can tell, there's a little teepee in here, a little dugout, and she was hiding in there. And I don't know, I think it seems like it's just a safe place for her. So that's kind of cool. Morning, Daisy. There you go. Oh, your favorite. She loves the orchard grass, don't you? So my back's killing me after building a stone wall in 2 days. And I know all of my internet parents out there, my YouTube parents, you're going to say, you shouldn't do that to yourself. I know. I probably also shouldn't build a full English cottage just to have a cottage garden. But what that means is I just need to focus on some smaller jobs for the next few days. And I've got plenty of those. The next video I'm going to be Planting tulips, which I'm very late. January 15th is technically the cutoff for us. And today is, I think, the 16th. So I got to get that done. I want to age the pots that they're going to be in, the terracotta. So I'm going to show you how I age terracotta because I don't like the way it looks when it's brand spanking new. Especially in our climate, we don't get a lot of moisture, so the pots don't really develop that natural patina that I love. Maybe after 20 years or something, but I'm not going to wait that long. And then I'll be planting the tulips in those, and then I have some garlic, some hardneck garlic that I got from Blue Pumpkin Seed Company. And I'm going to plant those. Now, I've never grown hardneck garlic before. It does have to have a period of cold, so it's been in the refrigerator. So we'll see how that works. It's a little bit late to plant that here in our zone, but it just probably means we'll get smaller bulbs. I'm going to finish cleaning up the vegetable garden. This year was a really weird year for me for vegetable gardening. This fall. I've always had a fall garden, like a big fall garden. But as you know, when it was time to plant the garden, we got a new dog, we got a new calf, and I had to build all the stuff and get ready for them. And the garden kind of took a back seat. I do have a couple beds of brassicas. But there's a lot here, like this tomato plant. It's still producing, but the colder and colder it gets, it's really just gonna fizzle out. And at this time of year, tomatoes don't taste that great anyway. Need some arugula. This is on the path. There's the bed. There's a path of arugula. Self-sown, of course. Now my soft neck garlic, you can actually, it's up. It's being kind of strangled by the nasturtiums and calendula. So I'm gonna get in here and thin those out a little bit. Can you please get out of the carrot bed? This eggplant is pushing through the cold. There's a little eggplant in there. And then this little jigsaw pepper, I think I'm gonna put a cloche over it because I want that to keep growing through the winter. I'm also gonna need to build a fence around the vegetable garden because of this one. So I'm really not gonna plant too many more cool season vegetables, probably none, because it's gonna be time pretty soon to be putting in the summer garden, which is shocking. But I don't have to push that off because I'm planting more cool season crops right now. Oh, also in the next video, I'm going to be defoliating my fig trees that are already looking bad, but especially the one I'm going to move. I'm going to get the leaves off of that so I can transplant it and have it happily growing right here up on that top terrace in this area. But that's all for the next video. As far as this video, that's a wrap, and I'll see you guys next time.